Happy New Year. This is to anyone, to everyone. Now, I'm not a good speaker and I have a bad cold right now I'm dealing with, but I'll do my best. Why I left the left. This is a cliffhanger. So, do you want to know why I never, ever should have assisted in the mounting of those gold and dark blue signs? My name is James Rodney Grant. For over 17 years, I've been the proudest father on the planet. Nearly 47 years as a decent human being. Nearly 47 years as a natural-born citizen of the Bahamas. The last 30 plus years as a friendly, generous, and an absolute honest, person. I repeat that. The last 30 plus years as a friendly, generous, and an absolute honest person. Nearly 47 years as a verifiable law-abiding citizen. The last 30 plus years as a well-reputed community patron and supporter. The last 30 plus years as a bona-fide Bahamian nationalist. 35 plus years as a staunch supporter, campaigner, and voter of the same political party. Nearly quarter century as a dedicated employee under the Public Hospitals Authority and the Ministry of Health. So, which do you think is the worst political ideology in the world? Get outraged, put on blast, march, protest, boo, demand, hit back, but never, ever leave the right. This is to everyone now. The number one problem of the PLP in or out of office, open quote, no matter what we breed, we still are made of greed, close quote, said by a PLP branch chairman. Open quote, greed is our number one problem, close quote, said by a PLP branch executive. Open quote, greed is a serious thing, end quote, said by LOM. Open quote, if we don't stop, greed is going to take us to hell, end quote. Does anybody remember this quote? No one remember this quote? All right. This is was said by LOM. Open quote. Too much greediness, end quote, said by PLP branch executive. Open quote. We as a sovereign nation will never get any better because the leaders are too damn greedy, end quote. Boy, I agree with this. This is said by a PLP branch chairman. Open quote. Can't have your cake and eat it too, end quote. Does anybody remember this quote? This is a common quote. This has been said throughout decades. This is said by FAM. Open quote. I think the leaders today are more interested in what they can get for themselves, end quote, said by PLP branch executive. Now, what's the common factor of all of these quotes? By the way, these are just a handful of quotes. I didn't randomly select them. Okay? These quotes I selected, I think, at about 15 to 18 years. All of these quotes I picked when the PLP was in power. All of these quotes were said when the PLP was in power. Yes. Rewind and go back and listen to these quotes. All of these were said when the PLP was in power. PLP, you don't believe me? Bring it. I love to challenge people when it comes to, well, stuff like this, because I know who I am. And I know what I'm capable of when it comes to verifying information, when it comes to facts and documentation. All these quotes, these powerful, this is like the number one reason why a country could be the worst state it could ever be in. Notice the theme word in pretty much all these quotes. Yeah, greed, 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 greed. Every last one of these quotes has greed in it, except about two. Let me go quickly. No matter what we breed, we still are made of greed. Greed is the number one problem. Greed is a serious thing. What else? The leaders are too damn greedy. Too much greediness. Greed, greed, greed. That's you, PLP. Okay. Let me get serious with you, PLP. More serious with you. Your level of dishonesty has been out of control. Yes, you're not in power. In or out of office, your level of dishonesty has been out of control. And the evidence shall bear this out. You leave a great, 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 great deal to be desired. You can't begin to imagine how much you've been hurting our country. You, not the FNM. Now I know it's your job, because it's your nature and you're the opposition. You would put it on the FNM. But no, 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 no. It's you. You're the real reason why Freeport, NASSAU, the entire Bahamas is suffering. You're the reason. Please tell me, for example, when was the last time there's been a real significant economic growth under your endless watch? No, seriously, because you've been in power like forever. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 times. Yeah, you lost, but you've been in power forever. When was the last time there's been some serious significant economic growth or some serious growth? Let me move. Okay, let me move the economy component from it. But growth in our health, growth in the way we think, growth in the way we do things as a country. When was the last time, PLP? No, you're correct. You didn't drop the ball. You never had the ball in the first place. That's how bad you are, PLP. You've been hurting our country so bad and for so long that, listen to me, behemoths in the numbers, reported or non-reported, are now turning to suicide for a way out. People don't know what to do because you, not the FNM, because you have been shaping this country in the way now that it is, in a way that we now as behemoths, we cannot successfully, comfortably survive in a country like this without, with the exception of the rich. Even the rich have to do some adjustment. We can't, without thinking some way negative, well, I may have to teach this, or I may have to sacrifice this, or to get away from this all. I just need to end my life so I won't have no problems. People are now turning to suicide and they're going to Facebook. They're going on the social media as a whole. Because we're not used to this state. This how it's become. It's like a broke down car where they didn't get tuned up, what the owner didn't pay attention to for decades. UPLP, then when you sell that crap to a new owner, in this case, represent the FNM. The FNM now, what's going to do? It's going to take it to the mechanic and get a whole diagnostic check. Whatever problem has to be fix it. So when you start fixing things, just like the human body, you know where I'm going with this, other problems start to arise. You start suffering. Mama, doc, what I going through this? And I've been with the doctor said, man, like, hey, you had this inside you a long time, you know. I'm trying to fix you. So you could be going through some pain, some suffering. But it ain't going to last for long. The mechanic can say, well, man, look here, this oil leak caused this, and the spark was so old, and the oil been there dirty and black, and you didn't change the air filter and the oil filter, by the way, and you wasn't, the tires was worn out, and you, this side was off, and it was leading, the wheel was misaligned, and so the car going through hell. Bahamians, wait a little while, wait a little longer. You're being fixed. We're being fixed. PLP, you are to blame. And the majority of Bahamians, trust for you had started to erode. Well, you don't believe me? Think about the last election. What happened? Me personally, I'm going to make sure that more and more Bahamians begin to see the light. I'm going to help show them the light. Well, I guess by now, if you didn't get the memo, just prior to last general election, me and many others had been defecting to the Free National Movement. Ever since then, we've been rocking with Doc. And I made this very, very clear in a link that I especially put in on 5 of the PLP Centerville WhatsApp groups on Wednesday, May the 10th, 2017 at 11 a.m. Why did I kind of accent this statement? Because I'm still in the now PLP Centerville 2022 group. Why wasn't I deleted? I made this clear that I turned, that I defected to the FNM. Why am I still in the group? Yes, the FNM has been messing up big time in a few areas, but we weren't looking for a perfect political party, just the right one. And the FNM has always been the right one. I sincerely believe if the FNM try, I mean really try, we could never get as bad as the PLP. Not even close. And besides, since you're going to have your cake and eat it, I don't mind a little bitter with most of my sweetness. Of course, we prefer to have our schoolmates enable us to make all those wrong choices for immediate gain than to have the schoolmaster drill us with all that common sense and tough love for long-term benefits. The FNM is like a schoolmaster. It's tight, but it's right. We'll get pissed off, but wouldn't divorce our parents if they toughen up on the house rules, right? Because we know at the end of the day, it's for the family's best. That's why it's very crucial, I repeat, it's very crucial that even though one won't support all of the decisions of a political party, one must keep the party in power with the right ideologies, the right policies, the right practices, which do not change, which UPLP do not possess, has never possessed. It wasn't that you started off good and you evolved into something evil. You're a hot mess, PLP. You're a danger. You're a danger to any country, to civilization. Your practices, your ways, your way of thinking, your way of doing things is wrong. Now, but more importantly, I support the Dissident 8 initially envisioned, what they envisioned for our country nearly half a century ago. And in furtherance of giving this current government now, the FNM, enough time to bring that vision to fruition, to make the Bahamas great, even if it means to legislate morality until we become the better country, even better than we once was. I'm going to help ensure all out that UPLP get wrecked a capite al calcum. What's that? That's Latin, right? That means from head to toe. In the 2022 general election, by injecting the truth, the fact, and common sense in your destructive agendas. Because your agendas are destructive. They're not good. And if truth be told, we're too far, okay, to do it ourselves. We need help. Besides, we shouldn't have any worries about new laws coming to be against bad people. Because, open quote, this from the Bible, knowing this, that the law is not made for a righteous man, but for the lawless and disobedient, for the ungodly, and for sinners, for unholy and profane, for murderers of fathers, and murderers of mothers, for manslayers, for whoremongers, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for them that defile themselves with mankind, for them that defile themselves with mankind. Boom, bye. That mess, keep that mess away from this country. For men stealers, for liars, for perjured persons, and if there be any other thing that is contrary to sound doctrine, end quote. Just in case some of my trash, now I'm talking to you PLP, just in case some of my trash from my once 35-year-old political garbage can is accidentally leaked to the press, please don't dub me the email king. And I certainly don't have $150,000 just lying around. For sure, my American conservative counterparts will continue to inject truth, facts, and common sense in every corner of their country right up until late 2020, despite the Democrats' recent win of the House in the midterm elections. It's high time decent human beings on this planet come together to make this world normal again, towards becoming great. Even for we know, now this is a quote now from the Bible again, from the Bible, the good book, open quote, for we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now, end quote. PLP, listen and listen good. I'm not going to be hard on you like Homage or my foster brother-in-law brothers. Maybe in some areas. But from the outset of seeking redress of legitimate grievances with respect to my work-related issues, which began 23 years ago last week, I had been asking you, I had been writing you, I have had to plead continually to you, I have had to even beg you repeatedly, and you refuse to resolve my matters, which since 17 plus years ago has made it virtually impossible for me to provide my Anna with at least a fairly good life. And if you claim having to have actually helped me, that would be a damn lie. But now, it's me and my Anna's time. It's our time now. So here's what I'm going to do, because of your evil and corrupt ways, and for messing with my baby indirectly. The more you repudiate the allegations of your dark, warped, and cancerous ideologies, policies, and actions, I shall blow the lid of your corruption, which shall not be built on the sand. Oh no. This ain't gonna be built on the sand. This gonna be built on steel, on iron. And if this was the MCU, this would be built on vibranium. Then we'll see who really are a sorry bunch and embarrassed. Open quote. I can't recall, end quote. Worked in 1992 and decades prior. It worked for you, PLP, because no bank accounts were frozen, no assets were seized, and no one went to prison. But I guarantee you, not this time. If you don't understand where I'm coming from, I suggest you read Proverbs 4 and 7. In the event this goes south for you, and knowing FAM, it will. I'm advising you to just come clean. Don't take the posture of your trademark, elusiveness. You love to be evasive. Just come clean. As for you, FAM, weren't you asking your people last election campaign, let's do it again? And they retorted at the polls, let's not. You've allowed HHB to make me suffer for all these years. I've been asking you for over 17 consecutive years, during the entire time you were a sitting member of parliament, to redress my work-related legitimate grievances, and you kept turning a blind eye. For years I've been begging you for help, and you kept looking the other way. I specifically reached out to you the most because the late Dr. Miles Monroe had referred you to me in 2000 while rushing to a PMH Foundation meeting of which he was the president. I had asked him if he had had time to read my letters, and he responded, open quote, I think my secretary had mentioned something to me, but have you tried talking to Fred Mitchell? He's a brilliant attorney, end quote. And you had the audacity to start attacking him months before his demise. I'm still wondering if perhaps it was because he was being more vocal against homosexuality than ever before. which shall always be an abomination to God and to humanity. Boom, bye-bye to that mess. Boom, bye-bye. I mean, you couldn't get in your vehicle fast enough only to avoid giving me $1.25 for bus fare. Open quote. Sorry, I broke. Close quote. Really? You're broke. I don't have to be a psychologist or criminal profiler or utilize a polygraph to detect you a damn liar. And I could prove where you just had come from and what. Anyway, you're a damn liar. But I'll deal with that I broke in another video. Yet later, that same day, let me repeat this. Later that same day, the Honorable Dionisio Diagala, having not eaten all day, very tired, sat down, about to take his first bite, immediately began to be interrupted by 3 servants of God, making plea for assistance with feeding the poor in their communities. How do you think he responded? Well, since you ask, being a decent human being, the minister respectfully engaged them, randomly asking questions and pointing out key points during the exchange, perhaps also to prove to them that he was genuinely listening and interested in what they were saying. The servants of God left very happy and pleased at the end of the conversation. That's why he must remain in power. That's why not only I covertly campaigned for him in the last election, but I also voted for him. That's why the people must not leave the right. That's why whosoever dare run against him in 2022 better get ready. Because I, in the words of you know who, ready for them now. Remember who said this right the other day? And because of that dialogue, I doubt the minister got even about 18 bites. Well, of course I counted. That's what we precisionists do. I'm a pattern as well. That's what we do. We count, we document, we record on paper. And our memories are impeccable. That's what we do. So don't mess with us. Oh, by the way, in some strange way, the minister purposely or maybe accidentally left on the table some goodies, one of which was a pack of delicious roasted pecans. Well, of course I took it. I took all of them. I was hungry. It helped fail me that late evening. Back to you, FAM. And since you've been so vocal lately on social media, sometimes showing a more soft to you, wouldn't this be an opportune time to come out with perhaps things the country should know about you? I mean, even if there's a blowback from the people, y'all could, in your own words, still bring the government down, right? For instance, is it you that often say, open quote, some of us will be good, some of us will be bad, and some of us will be between, end quote. What are you saying? Are you between FAM? That's a fair question, right? Along with that, you just love to quote, open quote, if it walks like a duck and quacks like a duck, it's a duck, end quote. Stop with all the equivocations, man. Stop with all of that and just mask off. Or someone might wait until an inopportune time to unmask your true self to the public. So you better sit small and shut the hell up. What I'm going to look here. What I'm about to disclose to the world on you and your PLP, y'all would need to dissolve the PLP in a minute and stop worrying about who's going to lead the party. Because that still wouldn't change a damn thing. Hell, y'all can bring in 100% new, young men and women of integrity. But because y'all have the worst political ideology in the world, no one should ever vote for y'all again. Ever. Ever, 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 ever again. Leave this country. Actually, this region. Never to return. So long. Boom, bye-bye. Boom, bye-bye. Because if my memory serves me correct, was it not your fallen star that said, open quote, we expect the truth of the matter to inform public policy, whatever the truth is, because we are only able to govern and improve governance by arriving at the truth, close quote. Well, this same truth shall I be telling the Bahamian populace every so often leading right up to the 2022 general election. The consensus gentium was very, very clear on the last general election day. And it should be crystal clear to you once again. Roughly 3 more years to go. 3 more years to be fired up and ready to go. Whatever you do, don't put the blame on you, right? Blame it on the fallen star that did not shine last year. Yes, the Mr. Perry Gladstone Christie, PC, former MP and 3rd Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, who will go down in history as the most loved, yet the worst Prime Minister of the Bahamas, because he refused to get the testicular fortitude to stop governing our country in that dark and warped ideological way, making the Bahamas weaker and weaker. Your fallen star needs to keep calm but change. Live long and prosper. But, wait a minute. Is it a lawyer? Is it a TikTok? Here comes Doc. Dr. the Most Honorable Hubert Alexander Minnis, ON, MP, and Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, if who, for the most part, stay on this right path, shall go down as the greatest Prime Minister, not just in the Bahamas, but in this region. Because he has the testicular fortitude to do the right thing. Let me repeat it. To do the right thing. Even if it costs him the next general election. That's not my quote. That's his quote. Even if it costs him the next general election. He continues making the Bahamas and indirectly other parts of the Caribbean great. I pray he keeps calm and remain who he is. Live long and prosper. Hashtag continue doing the right thing. Hashtag continue making the Bahamas great. Hashtag it's still the people time. Hashtag don't worry about a thing. Yes, this is the Trump and Minnis era, and I'm loving it. Yeah, I live on the streets practically and I'm suffering. But that's not going to be for long. I'm loving this, the Trump and Minnis era. I'm loving it. And let me get this out of the way right quick. While both Prime Minister Minnis and President Trump aren't the best people persons, especially when they're dealing with the media. Oh God. Oh, I need some medicine. I will fight tooth and nail for either of them to be leader in any capacity. From leader of the kindergarten stamp collection to leader of the free world. And I mean that from the depths of my heart. I'd rather have a leader with some character flaws who's governing the country the right way than a nice leader who's poisoning the country. I'm remembering when some of you PLP, were demonizing Donald Trump as the Republican presidential nominee, as the president-elect, and especially now as the president of the United States of America. Yes, a President Hillary would have given the masses what they wanted, but President Trump is giving the world what it needs. And so you don't get it twisted, he's the president of the United States of America, not the world. I do, for all intents and purposes, love my country. Now this is to my Centerville constituency staunch PLP family. I had a stalwart PLP family in every constituency in which I live since 1982. Thank you so much to the several of you who cared, who supported, defended, prayed, and believed in me during those 3 plus years, excuse me, since I first came to you pleading, begging for help regarding my lack of promotion. My lack of promotion is in every video I would have made, this month. Because that's, you begin to find out that that's the core of my issue. Back to my Centerville constituency staunch PLP family. I'm so sorry for not being that sociable and animated since being introduced to the branch committee. 20 years of lack of promotion will do that to you. I love you, PLP family, I love you, but I hate what you believe. That dark, warped, and cancerous ideology first sells you the dream, which involves calling sign opposite, among other things, cold-hearted and racist. Because you know that's what we call the right. They're racist. They're cold-hearted. They, where the white people is be on that side. They don't like poor people. They mean, they this, they that. That's what you like to do. But your ideology, it subtly, it suppresses the truth from you, which will cause you to gradually repress what very little truth that's left within you, and finally oppresses you for eternity. This is the core function, the characteristic of your ideology. Let me read it again, slowly, because I'm a fast talker. You all notice that by now. That, referring to your ideology, that dark, warped, and cancerous ideology first sells you the dream, which involves calling side opposite, among other things, cold-hearted and racist. Then it suddenly suppresses the truth from you, which will cause you to gradually repress that very little truth that's left within you, and then finally oppress you for eternity. That statement alone, I'll make another video on that, alright? Because you've been had, you've been took, you've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok. No more, no more. Enough is enough, man. Haven't you been victimized enough? Disenfranchised? Marginalized? A veil of deception a bit upon you. This is why I left the left. What you need is a red code. It's tight, but it's right. I'm not sorry for leaving the PLP. I never should have gotten involved 35 years ago while living in Hatchet Bay, Lutra, assisting in the mounting of those gold and dark blue signs. Just because the word progressive is in the acronym PLP doesn't mean a damn thing. The only thing that matters is how one governs a country, and the PLP is among the worst in this region. I've become very inactive in all of the PLP Centerville WhatsApp group since I turned. Now, I mentioned this earlier in the video, but I will not exit the now PLP Centerville 2022 WhatsApp group. I'm not going to exit the group, but shall wait to be deleted. This how I'll know for sure that at least one participant in the group is aware that I'm now rocking with Doc. Someone got to call me out. James ain't with us no more. Delete him. Get rid of him. And that's okay. I love you and respect you. But I hate what you believe, and I'm going to help you see the light. Now, all paraphernalia, PLP paraphernalia, of course, had been properly and efficiently discarded. I don't even want the Joneses getting any bright ideas. It's their time too, you know. Now I'm begging you, all of you, all PLPs, because you matter. Stand with me. Stand by me. A strong man stands up for himself, but a stronger man stands up for others. Wherefore come out from among them, and be ye separate. Touch not the unclean thing, and join the red nation. Join the blood, not the stain. When something leaves a stain, in most cases it's never good, but the blood is where you want to be. The red is where you want to be. It's tight. God knows it's tight, but it's right. It'll be more sweet than bitter. Trust me. Once we change our mindset, that's very important. Change our mindset and be patient. It will get better. Come on, walk in the light with me. I once was blind, but now I see. I saw the light. I saw the light. Let's keep the fire burning, man. Now, this is to everyone. This is to everyone. Would you want the FNM to partially model the Bahamas after Kigali? Look it up. Little small city in Africa. I think in the city, it's in the country of Rwanda. Look it up. Check out they carrying on, man. I know the FNM is going to get some ideas, man. It's going to adapt some stuff, man. As well as Norway, Australia, Switzerland, Germany, Denmark, Singapore, the Netherlands. It's a lot of countries. The FNM is going to partially model the Bahamas. How do I know this? Because I listen, because I read, because I'm in the know. I'm in the crevices. I'm on the street. I'm on the ground. Literally listening and getting information. Just wait. Be patient. It's tight, but it's right. Wouldn't you want the FNM to make the Bahamas great? Then wouldn't you? Come on, guys. 5 years can't kick it. They have to be in power at least 2 terms. That's 10 years. At least to get us really going. Hell, I'll march with you. Protest. I'll even hit back at the government with you. Hold hands and sing, "We shall overcome" with you. I'll lay inside the side chant, "Enough is enough" with you. Whatever is moral, ethical, legal, and authorized, I'll do it just to get justice. But let's never, ever, ever leave what fundamentally is the best way, the right way, which is the only way. That's the FNM way. Don't look at the FNM as the Prime Minister and vice versa. The FNM is not one man or several individuals. They'll eventually leave. Like in another video, I'm going to jump on what Minister Campbell said in response to a reporter's question. He's not in my good book right now. But he's not the FNM. Prime Minister is not the FNM. It's an ideology that lives on. People leave. Ideology, it remains. It stays. Just give it some time. Things will get better. It'll get worse like now before it get better. Because the car been broken down for decades, which the PLP had, which was driving it to the ground. And when they thought it was no more, someone came and purchased the car, which was the FNM. And now they're fixing the car. So it's going to seem as if you're getting worse or you're getting the same treatment. But just give it some time. Now, seeing that donkey wearing the FNM shirt on social media, I bet was very amusing. I must give it to the artist. But wasn't it the Lord that opened the mouth of the ass to do his bidding? Wasn't it Jesus who made his triumphant entry in Jerusalem on a donkey? Therefore, I can only surmise that the artist is prophesying the FNM mandate in 2022. Bahamas general election. I'm just saying, but wouldn't it be a great sight? Come on, people, of course. It'll get worse before it gets better. Let's have, if only a little faith in the FNM and begin to paint the town red. Hadn't you had enough of that warped ideological way? Give them a chance. They're fixing the problems. They're making some mistakes. Oh yeah. And I'll march with you. And I'll protest. But I'm not going to vote against them. I'm never ever going to vote against the FNM ideological way. Because I know it's the right way. It's the best way for any country. Yes, I'm currently suffering. But I have faith in the FNM. I really do. Right now, I'm presently sleeping in a building where I should have finally vacated several days ago. And now I must leave. And I may have to return to the streets. I need your help. Please help me. So I can begin helping myself and providing for my Anna. My baby really needs me. She needs help as well. She needs her father. Please help me. While the government owes me a lot, one of the ways in which the business communities can immediately begin helping me is by remunerating me fairly for the current promotion and advertisement of their products and services in AP Marketing Quarterly. See the link named Best of the Best. I thank them in advance. I hate corruption. All forms of corruption. And over the next several months, I'll be exposing a lot of it, whether it's in the valley or on the hill. For instance, a failed judicial system in respect to my lack of access to my honor over past years. Secret documents regarding the lack of my promotion between the Public Hospital Authority and the former Prime Minister that also involves the incumbent Governor General's office. Documents and diary entries of various forms of corruption in a certain political party. I call no name, carry no blame, eh? And the danger of the left ideological way, or the dangers of the left ideological. Anything that they believe, that they stand in position, their posture, that they remain. Anything. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to show you so much. Being in the left or choosing the left is so wrong. Oh, I'm going to prove it to you too. I'm going to give you case studies. I mean, I'm going to pull up countries and show you where it's been. I'm going to give you, I'm going to start the same region in the Caribbean. But first, I'm going to start the same country years back. I'm going to pull up plenty stuff. I'll let you know the dangers of the left ideology. And much, I'm going to let you know so much on that. But why just me? It's time for all of us to free our country of this evil. Therefore, I'm encouraging you to continue releasing to the public and to social media any kind of corruption that can be proven. Any kind. Any WTO data that can actually hurt our country. Documents corroborating Derek Roll claims. Yes, that too. Any evidence of tampering on the junk of the parade. Any acts of child abuse. Any acts of child abuse, which includes sexual abuse. And I mean any and all acts of corruption. Put it out there on social media. Put it out there. The judicial system has to come against that. The Royal Bahamas Defense Force, the Royal Bahamas Police Force, every law enforcement agency need to come against it strongly, according to the law, of course. Let's together rid our country of this darkness once and for all, regardless who the culprits are, whether the FNM, PLP, DNA, whoever the hell they are. Because if we don't, then we don't deserve to have this country. As an FNM, while I love and respect my PLP family, I'm a nationalist first and foremost. I am a nationalist. For those of you who know you are as well, and some are afraid to say it, shout it from the rooftop. Non-Bahamians, those who are not in this country, I don't care where you are, over the world, repeat it, say it, be proud of it. Love your country. You're a nationalist, say it. Therefore, certain things must begin coming to light, whether or not my PLP choose to begin helping me or not. Whether or not they help me. Information I'm going to bring to light. Back to the PLP. Knowing that I've been hurting her for all these years was bad enough. But hearing her actually say it in text language was the final straw. So, do I really have an axe to grind? Hell yes, I do. I mean, after 23 years, talking to you, PLP, after 23 years, you're still turning a blind eye to my issues. But anyway, I'm taking my supplication to the screen. At least kinda. I know you can't see me now, but go to the link. You'll get a good look at me. And over the next several months, I'll be uploading to the internet content that will be substantiating all of my allegations against you. Information that also will be indicating decades of the different forms of corruption, which sadly span to former cabinet ministers and former members of parliament. That is so unfortunate. To hell that, hey. Yes, that's bad. Very bad. Using the truth, the fact, and common sense, I have a genuine and desperate attempt to delegitimize you, PLP, and rest assured I can and I will. If you think getting all stressed over what the FNM have planned for our country over the next couple of years may be your most daunting challenge, wait. You forced me to the edge. So right now, I got to keep a tunnel vision on doing whatever it takes for my honor to be sitting pretty. Like how you've been sitting pretty for all these decades. She have to be sitting pretty for the rest of her life. And also to purge our country of this scum. I'm not calling you scum as the individual, but what you do, what you have been doing, what you did. and what you will do if you get back in power. That's scum. It's scummery. It's scum, 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 scum. And I want to get rid of it, help get rid of it out of the country. And you and the scum remain in you, and you don't want to get rid of it, you go with the scum and never return. That's what I'm here for. That's what I've already started to do. That's what I've already done. All that's required for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing. Edmund Burke. That's his quote. Now back to everyone. Please remember now, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more. But if you, anyone, in any way, at any time, with indisputable facts, and I mean ironclad evidence, believe that I'm intentionally being dishonest, which can easily be verified by the way, please do not, I repeat, please do not help me nor my honor in any way. Moreover, I welcome you to challenge me in open court in my own country, of course, and or to a live debate on any online platform on the credibility of anything I will have uploaded to the internet. Also on the veracity and character of James Rodney Grant. That's me. Since I began putting stuff out in 2000, I've never been put on blast, I've never been made to give a public opinion, or been made to do a retraction, or been successfully sued, and I intend to keep it that way. But if I'm weighed in the balance, sis, and somehow found wanting, well, nobody's perfect, I guess you can then take your pound of flesh. I would more than deserve it. And if truth be told, if the roles were reversed, I would probably, with a little hesitation of course, do in kind. So I welcome all worthwhile challenges. Bring it on, PLP. Disputes, queries, criticism, concerns, questions, comments, bring them. You could bring some suggestions as well, and some consultation. Help me. Help me. Alright, help me to get rid of scum. I'll show you over 3 decades of the PLP mess. I don't want to, but if I have to begin posting personal, private, and or sensitive information, and I mean powerful content and visual imagery, to all social media networking sites and apps to corroborate all my claims, it'll be most unfortunate for certain individuals and groups of people. Most unfortunate it will be. At least you'll know I wasn't bullshitting and bluffing all along. There are multiple controversial underlying issues on which I can elaborate, but only under the right conditions can they be spoken on explicitly. I ain't saying nothing until I'm put in the position with my baby. Then I'll talk, because I'm proud to be Bahamian. But if I have to lose my Bahamian citizenship and live overseas and serve another country, not without my baby, of course. We are inseparable. Wherever I go, she goes. So I can begin injecting truth and facts and common sense into the Bahamas to help save it. Then it would have been worth the sacrifice. Losing my Bahamian citizenship, it'll be worth the sacrifice. I cannot underscore this enough. I love my Bahamian people. I love my Bahamian people. The PLPs, the FNMs, the DNA, all of them. All political parties. I love all my Bahamian people. I love my current country. But the only way to fix the problem is to fix it. All I ever wanted was for my former political party to help me. Let me say that adjective again. Former political party to help me. PLP, everything about you is former. I love my people in the PLP. I love them, I respect them. But their belief, your belief, the ideology, every day I will go against that. Because it's evil. It's pure evil. And for the record, I hate libel, detest slander. I loathe dishonesty. I would fight for my kid, walk the wire for my child. I'll die for my daughter, but I'll never lie for her. My integrity and moral values transcend even the love I possess for my honor. For this is the true hallmark of James Rodney Grant. Yeah, that's me. You want to see why I left that cancerous political party? Well, you're going to have to actually check out the link. And you're going to have to actually read a little. But don't worry, it's the condensed versions of its dossier. Yet it holds many of the answers to your anticipated questions. And by opening up this link, you will also get to see me. A clear picture of me. Okay, then how are you going to get there? Utilizing a device, preferably a large monitor. Just simply Google James Rodney Grant. Select one of my social networking sites or apps, and all of my contacts are there as well. And by way of your Google account, take a real good look at the worst political ideology in the world. See the face of pure evil. See it. It's there. Now, I need your help. Please, I need your help. I need your help so I can begin helping myself and providing for my Anna. My baby really needs me. She needs help. Please help me. While the government owes me so much, one of the ways in which the business communities can immediately begin helping me is by remunerating me fairly for the current promotion and advertisement of their products and services in AP Marketing Quarterly. See the link named Best of the Best. I thank them in advance. Both Derek and I wanted better for our lives. I wanted to earn more money to go to med school, whereas he wanted to live a more comfortable life and become an entrepreneur. So in 1996, we each started a little security side job. Me working for the Menace, and he at Life Key, where he eventually met the Kellys. However, very quickly Derek and I became distant because of our different lifestyles. And in 1997, we even became more distant, even though at the time he was claiming to be a multi-millionaire. I'm not sure whether Derek's story is entirely true or not, but if it is, today would have made him the richest human being in the world. And those that wrong him, some of the most corrupt people on the planet. Whoever you are. Now people, please don't allow these people to do me likewise. Don't let these people do me like how they did Derek. Please help me. Please. I really look forward to hearing from you as soon as possible. Living especially on these streets is becoming increasingly more dangerous. Please help me. Please. Please help me so I can begin helping my baby. Please help me.